Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is the Subaru BRZ S from 2021. Now it doesn't sound all that amazing, does it? This one's got the 2JZ Super engine swap and it's pushing 600 brake horsepower, as you can see, and 1,251 kilos. So this is tuned for 700 pp. It's just under 5.02 points, and it's definitely one that you're going to want to use and keep in the sidelines, ready to go when you're fed up of the one that you use over and over again. Because if you're like me, you want to use a different car, you get bored using the same cars all the time, and that's why I'm creating variety for you to use. So with this one, you'll be shocked at how fast it is in the pickup in between corners. So it's great for your weekly challenges as well, and a massive variety of those other races that you have on offer on Gran Turismo. So let's get straight into this, and then I'll let you know what it sounds like and feels like as we're going around the Nordschleife. So let's go. There we go. So the first thing is, it definitely sounds like a Supra the way it revs. Now I have used this car at Le Mans using both a controller and a wheel and pedal set, and I know it's basically the same thing, but I've used a PlayStation Portal because again it's just to make sure. Automatic again, it's perfectly fine and easy to use. There's not much lag or any difference really from what I found with the gear changes. And as you can see now, it's so quick at picking up in between the corners, like I just mentioned. It's very responsive. So that is what it's all about for me, and it's putting a big smile on my face. And anyone that knows me will tell you that does not happen very often. So here we go, straight into this one. See what the downforce is like up this hill. Slow it down. And one thing I love about this engine, and when you swap into a different car, it is very, very durable. It's such power and high revving. It doesn't really let you down. You can see there the settings that I've put onto this car helps tame all that power from that 2JZ Super engine. So I am actually wondering what type of lap time we're going to get out of it. A little bit of a lift as we came through there. Felt that the steering wheel, hard on the brakes. Try and carry as much speed as I can through some of these corners. I upshifted then so it didn't spin out, because the last thing you want is all that power and then to spin. But this is it's very easy to drive. Again, I try and make sure that all these builds are easy for people to use and drive, because like I keep saying, and I do mean this, if I wouldn't use it, I wouldn't recommend it. It's as simple as that for me. If you're going to use something yourself, recommend it. If not, don't. And all of these, little save, you can break that in the comments. That was me. Too much power coming around that corner, like I said. But yeah, if you rate these builds I do and you enjoy them and like them, then please share them. Help grow this channel and community with me, and you will see the best content coming up for you to enjoy. And you also get to choose a lot of the stuff that I do as well. I do have still so many more builds coming up. I have so many requests. I've actually got a book, I kid you not, it's probably got, I don't know, say 15, 16 A4 pages of every line of requests. So that's a variety of engine swaps, tunes, championship events, race events, what car's best for what cafe book, people who've just started out and they want to know whether they should keep a car and stick with it and tune it and max it out to help them long term in the game, or whether they should just jump onto the next car that's got more muscle. And that's what it's all about. It's all about people who've not long jumped onto Gran Turismo 7 as well. Because I know when you start, one of the cars you can pick is the Mazda Demio, I think it is. So I've actually got one of those ready to go to show people that you can max that, and that will do far better for you and your bank balance on the game than if you keep buying and swapping and changing to different cars, because it fits so many events. It even took me by surprise because I didn't realise. I wish I'd have known that when I started this section. How am I doing on the time? How do you think? Where do you think this is going to come? Also, am I the only one that talks to myself while I'm racing? Because I find myself even when I am recording, shouting, or getting I don't know, it's like when you watch a football match or you're watching the racing and you're like, come on! I've done that a few times now. Am I the only one that does that? You can let me know about that in the comments below as well. Or the other things doing this. Or like silly faces, concentrating faces. I know I look daft when I do it, but again, am I the only one? Hold on. Bit conscious of some of these bumps now because I have that lack of downforce. Here we go. This looks so quick. Really undulating surface. We're gonna have to make up for it with that speed now. Come on. Look at powerhouse. It's gonna hit 200, isn't it? Come on. Come on, don't let me down. There we go. 202, 203, 204. Was that 205? I'm sure that it's 205. On. On the brakes there, 706.449. So where does that put this? Let's have a quick look. Come on. Lovely car. Just behind that Ferrari, but well ahead of the RX-8. So you can see on parity, it's not too bad. It has had an engine swap. I wish I could shave a bit more weight from it. But unfortunately that's where we're at for the 700pp. So what you need to do now, get your Subaru BRZ S from 2021, follow me to the tuning shop and we'll get this build underway. So the first thing we need to do before we go and start getting parts for the car is of course do our engine swap. So we go to car maintenance and service, and as you can see on the right hand side at the bottom it will say engine swap and mine says installed. So get that installed, and you also want to do a wide body installation while you're here. What we'll do, we'll go to car customization next and we'll get everything done there before going to the tuning shop, and then we'll go to the setting sheet and we'll have this ready to rock and roll for you. And look how lovely that car looks in that livery. So car customization, and the first thing we need to do is the wheels. So owned wheels, and the wheels I have on this one today are these, the BBS REV7s. I think they're fantastic. So you just go on there, 18-inch standard's what you need, rim width wide, offset wide, and that's it. Get those installed. Now once you have those installed on there, go to custom parts, and on the front you want type A, side type A, rear type B, because you want to have that amazing diffuser, wing type B. It's important. I've tried with a different car with type A and custom wing set, and you don't get the same effect. So type B is what you need on there. Okay, once you've done that, you can go to racing items and make this a little bit more of your own. And as you can see, bonnet pin, tow hook and roll cage, you want to get type C, get that added on there as well. So light bulb, number plate, caliper colour, make all those changes that you need. And a quick question for me is, how long is that Porsche going to be on that ramp before someone realises it's been stolen and it's not getting fixed? So livery, go to load style, content search again, and here's, look at all of these 46 pages of amazing liveries. Now I was going to go with the standard Subaru 555 colours, but I thought, you know what, everyone goes for that now, don't they? And then my little girl was with me and she wanted to pick one, and she obviously chose this pink STI colour, which I think is brilliant, and I thank her very much for that. So now we've done that, let's get to the tuning shop and let's get things all bought, ready to go, and then we can finish off the setting sheet and you can give this car a whirl and let me know how it does. So at the tuning shop, the first thing that you're going to need to do is get weight reduction stage 1. On the Club Sport, you want to get bore up, high lift camshaft, weight reduction stage 2, a power restrictor and a ballast. On the semi racing, you want to get a racing crankshaft, fully customizable computer, a high RPM turbocharger, a fully customizable LSD, and increase your body rigidity. On the racing, you want to get stroke up, engine balance tuning, polish ports, racing intercooler, racing air filter, a racing silencer, racing exhaust manifold, racing brake pads, a racing brake kit, brake balance controller, and fully customizable suspension. Get a racing clutch and flywheel, fully customizable racing transmission, and a set of those racing hard tyres. Under Extreme, get some intermediates, especially if you're going to Le Mans, and Ultimate, you don't need anything from there. So let's go back to the garage and we'll go to the tuning sheet and we'll get this sorted out. So back to your garage, the first thing you'll notice is under engine model, it'll say 2JZ GTE Supra, and that's because we've done our engine swap. And you can see there it's pushing over 600 horsepower and just over 1.25 tons of weight. So it is really well versed in power and speed, as you've seen in that earlier intro. So let's get this all done and dusted, and you can give it a go and then let me know in the comments below what you think of this one. So first of all, racing hard tyres, and then body height adjustment. The front 110 and the rear 125. Anti-roll bar 6 at the front and 10 at the rear. Your dampen ratio compression 35 at the front and 40 at the rear. And your dampen ratio expansion 45 at the front and also 45 at the rear. Natural frequency 2.5 at the front and 2.75 at the rear, and a negative camber angle 3 front and rear. Now your toe angle, you want a toe in at the front of 0.05 and a toe in at the rear of 0.15. Now on the differential gear, I've gone for the initial torque at 7, your acceleration sensitivity 15, and your braking sensitivity 15 as well. Now your downforce, I've gone for the front 50 and the rear 250. Your ECU, you want to drop that to 79%, and your ballast 123 and a ballast positioning of negative 46. Now your power restrictor stays at 100%, that is important. And then on your transmission, adjust the automatic top speed to 280 km/h, and let's make these amendments. So first gear 2.465, second gear 1.825, third gear 1.364, fourth gear 1.086, fifth gear 0.925, and 6 gear 0.810. That's a final drive of 3.425, revving just under 8,000 RPM, and it is phenomenal. So like I've mentioned before, this car is great at Le Mans, and when you are there, you will get 2 laps, fuel map 6, and it will just perform time and time again. You can see everything else that needs to be installed on there, and like I've also mentioned earlier in this video, this car is great for your weekly challenges and anything else that pops up on Gran Turismo while you're making your rounds on there. It is a fantastic car just to drive in general anyway, and I appreciate everyone that watches, subscribes and enjoys the content I bring. So if you love this, please give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, don't miss any of these future builds, and share to everyone that you know that would love to see a 2JZ Supra engine swap in a Subaru doing over 200 miles an hour and smashing Le Mans, because it is well under the 700 PP threshold. So for now, take care, and I'll see you on the next build.